Not all mysteries are these huge, grand conspiracies. Sometimes they're the small, totally unexplainable things that just happen in everyday life. We're about to dive into a personal story from about 20 years ago, a story about a simple sound that, the more you really think about it, the less sense it makes. Seriously, what would you do? Imagine hearing a sound you recognize, like a kid's toy or something, but it's coming from a place where it has absolutely no right to be. At first, you'd probably just brush it off, right? But what if it keeps happening? Pretty soon, that little sound starts to feel like a crack in your reality. And that's really the heart of this story, how a completely ordinary sound can unravel into a truly unsettling puzzle. All right, so let's set the scene. This all went down about 20 years ago. The narrator is living in a rented room on the second floor of a house. It's one of those brutally hot summer afternoons. You know, the kind where the heat just presses down on everything, and it's dead quiet. And it's in that quiet that this one particular sound becomes a regular and very unwanted guest. It started out pretty subtly, just this rhythmic thump, 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 coming from right overhead. I mean, it's the unmistakable sound of a rubber ball bouncing on the roof. So it was easy to just dismiss it. Must be a neighborhood kid, just another sound of summer. But then logic started to poke some serious holes in that simple explanation. And this is the moment everything changes. One day, the narrator stops just hearing the sound, and he actually listens to it. And this chilling realization starts to dawn on him. That innocent bouncing sound is coming from a place no one should be. So he starts running through the facts in his head, and the simple sound of a bouncing ball starts to seem completely, utterly impossible. The pieces of this puzzle just don't fit together at all. I mean, just think about it for a second. There were no stairs leading to the roof, no permanent ladder fixed to the side of the house. To get up there, someone would literally have to go get a heavy ladder and drag it all the way over. And for what? To bounce a ball on a roof that was scorching hot from the summer sun? It just made no sense. It defied all logic. So that's the big question, isn't it? If a person being up there seems so incredibly unlikely, what's left? All the logical explanations lead to a dead end. The only thing that remains is the mystery of that relentless bouncing sound coming from directly overhead. At this point, the narrator's had enough. He decides he needs to know what's going on. So he gets his housemate, a guy named Bablu, to help him investigate. The plan is simple. Get the ladder, climb up there, and finally see whatever or whoever is making that sound. But here's where it gets even weirder. The second Bablu starts climbing up that ladder, the bouncing just stops. Complete silence. It's this incredibly unnerving coincidence, almost as if whatever was up there knew it was about to be discovered. So Bablu gets to the top, and of course, the roof is empty. He looks all around, and then he comes back down. And this right here is the pivotal moment. The investigation actually turns up the first and only piece of physical evidence. So there was a ball. The sound was real. But finding this single object just blows the mystery wide open. We now know what was making the sound, but the who and the how, well, those questions are now even more baffling. And here is the most disturbing detail of all. One side of this ball is just a normal red spongy toy, but the other half, it's blackened and scorched, like it had been held directly in a fire. This wasn't just some kid's toy that got left behind. This was evidence of something deeply, deeply strange. Okay, let's just recap for a second, because this is wild. We have a ball, but there was no person on the roof. We have a sound that conveniently vanishes the moment someone investigates, and the one piece of physical evidence we have is this mysteriously scorched toy. What does that even point to? Every supposed answer just makes the mystery even deeper. So, faced with this puzzle that logic just can't solve, the narrator kind of gives up on finding an answer. His goal totally shifts. He's not trying to understand it anymore. He just wants it to stop. He doesn't throw it away. He doesn't cut it up or anything like that. Instead, he does this very specific, almost ritual-like thing. He takes this strange, scorched ball to a temple nearby, rolls it inside the temple yard, and just walks away, leaving it there for good. And you know what? Just like that, it was over. After he took the ball to the temple, the sound never came back. The quiet, hot afternoons stayed quiet. That simple, strange action. It worked. Perfectly.
So what was it? An impossibly elaborate prank that someone kept up for weeks on a dangerously hot roof? Or was it something else entirely? The story gives us no easy answers. It just leaves us with a scorched rubber ball and the lingering echo of an impossible sound.